here. We're here to recognize a couple of people who have had a tremendous influence on the district, have done a great job of making Colby Public Schools what they are today. And we're also going to introduce the next step. The only requirement is that we ask the Katina to stick around as long as Donna did. Now, personally, I'm a little sad to have Donna leaving because every time somebody like Donna leaves, that moves me that much closer to being the oldest one here. And it's getting closer and closer all the time. But I do want to thank these guys, and I don't think until people of this caliber leave, we realize what we've lost. But I also recognize the fact that we've been able to attract quality people, and I know with Katina coming in and with the whole process that we've been able to get somebody of a very high quality. But with that, we're going to recognize a couple of people who have kind of put their hearts and soul into the district, who have been leaders in a lot of ways, have influence, and Terrell and I were talking the other day, and you know, when you retire, these recognitions are nice, but the thing that Donna and Terrell will have for the rest of their lives are when those kids come up and say, you remember me, this is my family, I've been successful, I've done these things. That's where these guys have touched lives, and there are thousands of kids out there today that these two have had an influence over. So I want to tell them, from my part, thank you very much for your job and what you've done. And Terrell, I believe you wanted to come up?
No,
No, I'm kidding. Troy, where are you? No, Troy? Troy had to leave? Well, then I get to do Donna. Donna, come on up here. That's even better yet.
Short end of the straw, huh?
No, I would say probably an honor. Now, I'm not going to tell a whole bunch of art stories because my wife would be laughing because she knows a lie if I said anything about art. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to go, the first time I knew Donna was through the fact that her son, Corey, and my son were the same age. Not that they ever got into any trouble. Not that that group of boys was ever a problem in school or in the community. But I can remember a lot of parents being together and looking at these boys, and I was always impressed. Donna never got excited. It was, I mean, if there was turmoil, she was always real mellow. I'm sitting here thinking, I wonder which one I ought to kill first. Just get it over. And Donna was always like, you're good boys, they'll be fine. And look, Corey's turned out great, and even better, he's given her a great granddaughter. So the other thing that impressed me was the 2 years that I was out here as an assistant principal, being able to go in and see Donna's classroom. In art classrooms, I'm sorry, Trish and Jeannie, art classrooms are typically pandemonium. You've got kids doing things, and they let them have sharp objects that they let them have flammable liquids. I mean, it's an ocean nightmare. But I walk into Donna's, and it's just kind of like walking into a Japanese restaurant. It's quiet, peaceful, and everything's ordered. I'm like, wow, how does she do this? But you know, it became very obvious very quickly how much respect those kids had for Donna. Because if you've ever been around Donna much, I don't know, Terry, maybe I'm wrong. Did she ever raise her voice? Okay.
No. Can I take that one? I'll field that one. I'll field that one.
You and Ryan don't count. You don't get to be a part of this. But I mean, literally, Donna's small, quiet voice, and she'd say, okay, man. And boy, eyes were there. And it always impressed me because, you know, here's this quiet lady that every one of those kids, and that's done from nothing but respect. And if you've looked at their kids' artwork and productions, I know this year at the art show, Donna, how many winning categories do you have this year?
for the
Art show, league art show?
we had 9 of the top 25.
Yeah. So, you know, this is the kind of program that Donna has had for years and years. And I hope she continues to influence kids as much as she had, and I can see she's going to get a good start here. So Donna, we just want to thank you for your years of service and all that you've done. And we appreciate the fact that you've been willing to spend a lot of time with a lot of kids and put up with a lot of administrators. You're right. And I think there's,
On the end.
would you,
Behind it.
here?
Not that, that's nothing. That's from
See
me.
Joe,
That's
Joe's-
that's nothing, that's from the board.
Donna, thank you.
Thank you so much. Just want to say thank you to the district for having me for the last 30 years. I was so desperate for a job when I came to Colby. Roxy wouldn't have me and Abilene wouldn't have me. And when I had told people that my family and people that I knew that I was going to go into teaching, they would say, "How are the kids going to hear you?" So I appreciate your comments about this. Because you can sometimes turn a deficit into a positive. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to Terry for his support all these years. He's going to be retiring from art too. He's going with me to all the art shows, and for years he could probably judge them all. Do a pretty good job of it. Just
First colorblind art judge.
and thank you to Cal. He was such a mentor to me when I started out here in the high school. I
Probably
didn't
should let Cal.
Thank you all
Thank you,
so
Donna.
much.